Hey there, it's Seb Frey here with a Sunday morning episode of Seb Frey TV. Well, this is it. This is day number 6 as a vegan, and it's gotten quite a lot of commentary going on my social profiles and in real world conversations with people. Like I love my vegan breakfast, my vegan low carb breakfast picture I put on Instagram this morning, which was just a cup of coffee. I got up this morning and I was hungry because yesterday all I ate was a bunch of vegetables for the most part. And so this morning I got up and I started rooting around the refrigerator, and everything is like full of dairy products and eggs and meat and stuff like that. So, and also because, I'm trying to do the low carb thing too, right? So that like eliminates like toast and I don't know what you'd put on toast if you were vegan. Almond butter, I guess. I do have a whole ton of almond butter because I order some every month from Amazon. So I guess that's what I've been having is really these almond butter smoothies. They are basically like this. I'm using cashew milk right now, some sort of organic vegan protein powder, and almond butter. And my sister, she's a big time vegan. She's been a vegan for who knows how long, forever it seems like. And she assured me that there's plenty of fat in almond butter because people have been telling me, hey, like if you want to be keto or whatever, you need to have a high fat intake, right? That's like avocados, right? Plant based. So for if you're a vegan, right? Plant based is avocado and like olives. I pointed out there's probably a lot of fat in olives, and my sister pointed out there's a lot of fat in almond butter, so that's good. Maybe that's why I'm not really losing weight, right? I mean, like, so I've been on this thing 6 days, and I've lost a couple of pounds, but I think it's probably due mostly to starvation because I have not been able to find that many great things to eat yet, anyway. And then my blood pressure really hasn't gone anywhere. It's been 6 days as being a vegan, and my sister, she knows a lot about food because she's obsessed with it. Being a vegan, I guess you kind of have to be obsessed with it. She pointed out that like olives have a lot of salt in them, and that maybe I'm not gonna have a big blood pressure drop unless I cut out the salt. Well, they didn't mention that in What the Health, which is that movie on Netflix, which got me started on this whole vegan thing, right? So far, blood pressure hasn't really moved. I did drop a couple of pounds, but I think that's mostly just from not eating because the diet is just so restrictive. And if I was, a regular vegan, right, I could be eating carbs, right? Like carbs are good, apparently. Who knew, right? I mean, I thought carbs were bad, but anyway. So that's it. I'm still keeping on with the vegan thing. I got, like I say, 6 days in, which I guess means that tomorrow will be day number 7. So a week from tomorrow would be my last day of the experiment, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I guess I'll have to actually get back to exercising again, and I would like to. I go through phases where I exercise, sometimes, 5 days a week for, 12 months, a year, 2, 3 years at a crack, and then something happens and I fall off the wagon. I think it's because I didn't really grow up exercising like my parents. I never seen them exercise a day in their lives, actually. My wife exercises a fair amount, and I used to. And I want to have it be a good example to my kids, too. So I need to get back on the program for sure and slim down. And, I saw Bill Burr. I mentioned Bill Burr a couple episodes ago, or I don't know when, at the beginning of this podcast, really. I mentioned Bill Burr, and I saw him. He was like a guest on some YouTube channel or something like that. That guy looks like he's skin and bones now, man. That guy, he must have dropped like 30 pounds from his height, or his highest weight or whatever. That guy's looking pretty tiny these days. So go Bill Burr, and I'm right behind you, buddy. Okay, well, I just thought I'd give you an update on my diet because I know you all were like on the edge of your chair going like, hey, how's Seb going with that? So now you know. All right, that's it for this episode of Seb Frey TV. As always, please share this far and wide. I'm Seb Frey on Twitter. I'm Seb Frey on Instagram. I'm sebfrey.tv on the internet. And I'm Seb Frey TV, all one word, on Facebook. All right, hey, thanks so much. You guys chill out, and I will yak at you again real soon.